It's a league where you have to come in and play your A game. And that's something that you've been doing. I want to talk about you for a little bit. I'll give you a little spotlight here. You've been playing fantastic as of late, both defensively, offensively, running the floor, in the pick and roll. Talk about just your progression and the role that you stepped into this year, because it's bigger than it's been in years past. And you're playing a very, very crucial role, especially on this team and how deep they are.
Yeah, it's just really just living life, man, and having fun. That's really all it is. Kind of just being focused on the present, focused on what you can control rather than looking at every other team and worrying about the uncontrollable. That's all you got to do is kind of just be where your feet are. Speaking about the depth of our team, we have an amazing team this year, and I want to give my guys props because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Like the 9, 10 guys that play around me. Chad Baker, Mazzaro is going crazy. Jalen Williams is having the freaking super senior season of the freaking century. Golly, he's going crazy.
Just tell him to miss a shot every once in a while.
Nah, he's never gonna miss a shot. He's not gonna miss out for the rest of the year. Watch this, bro. And then golly, Janai Broom going insane. Leo Berman giving you a clutch three every freaking game. Denver Jones, best defensive guard and probably in the SEC behind, Ezra Manjon from Vanderbilt and maybe Cade Johnson. Denver Jones, the top three defensive guard in the league. Oh, dang. Zakai Zip was up there too. Now I'm thinking, like, golly, was that like Denver Jones is probably top 5 in one-on-one coverage. But golly, this team is just so special and so fun to be around. And, I'm just grateful to be on this team. But, going back to the league and how dangerous it is, like Arkansas, slow start, but they're facing a Texas A&M team that had a slow start as well. Texas A&M point guard, Wade Taylor, golly, went on for 41. 41 in SEC play is kind of ludicrous. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're saying. Like, you have to bring it every night. And thankfully, we have the depth to where if one person doesn't bring it, someone else will. And that's what the dangerous thing about this team is that every other team doesn't have is that, like, if Wade Hill doesn't show up, maybe a couple guys, have to show up in his spot. But we have, 9, 10, 11 guys who can show up in place of one person. So
Jay Billis that said it during the game the other night in Nashville, or before the game, or maybe it was Seth Greenberg. It was Greenberg talking during the halftime report about that same thing. Because, I mean, you look at the teams in the SEC, the best teams across all of college basketball, UConn's, the Kentucky's, Tennessee's, Auburn in our conference. Of those teams, you can rule some out, or you can, I guess, pick them to not go as far simply because of depth. Even a team like Kansas, they were just saying, like, pick your early Final Four. Kansas doesn't have the depth that an Auburn or Kentucky has, where they can go 9 to 11 players deep. That's such a gift on your part, because have guys come in and sub in quick and get new faces on the floor. And with the energy that this team has, bringing guys like KD off the bench, Trey off the bench, you off the bench, Chad Baker, Mazzara, those guys, that amount of energy, I just don't like. How do you even stop that? That's literally like a hot ball of fire sitting in both of your hands, and then you just come in and throw it. That's basically what it feels like when you guys come in, and it's so much fun to watch. And I can't even imagine how much fun it is for you to be a part of that, to play with those guys.
Just being blessed and feeling lucky that you don't have to do it. Like, you don't have to face it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, golly, 3-headed snake. It's like a 10-headed snake. You just can't.
Yeah, you're not kidding. 10-headed snake with a big time coach who's been holding it down.
Facts.
Doing his thing. Yeah, you know what he's standing on. Bruce is standing on business. B squared, Bruce business. You guys have a big travel week over the next week, and hopefully we'll get to talk with our guy Jay Will coming up soon.